Hello everyone, I am Sandeep. Welcome to Pride Academy. Today I am going to explain one of the important topic, and the topic is Java is known as platform independent language. So why Java is called platform independent language? What is the reason behind it? What is the meaning of platform independent? That I'm going to explain. When we talk about platform, the meaning of platform is operating system. That on which operating system the program which is created that is going to execute. So here the meaning of platform is operating system. So when we say that Java is a platform independent language, the meaning of it is that the application or the software which is developed in Java can execute on any operating system, on any platform. So the things will be more clear, friends, when I explain about it with the diagrammatical presentation. So here is a diagrammatical presentation for the explanation. If you see here, friends, here this is the first computer which is having Windows operating system. This is the second computer in which there is a Linux operating system. Now there are some of the language which are known as platform dependent language. Obviously the platform dependent language, the meaning of it is that those languages depend upon the operating system. So one of the language is C language. Now let us assume that I develop one of the application, develop one of the software in this system, in the first computer, which is having the Windows operating system. And then I execute and I run this program, so I will get the output. That application will execute and I will get the output. I want to run the same application, the same software in the second computer also. But when I take that application to the second computer, here the operating system gets changed. Here it's Linux. So it's not going to work. So whenever the platform gets changed, the program or the application or the software which is developed in one of the system, and when the platform or the operating system gets changed in another system, it's not going to run. That's why C is known as platform dependent language, because it depends upon the platform, it depends upon the operating system. So as I explained that one of the application which is created in this first computer which is having Windows operating system, when that application is taken to the second computer which is having Linux operating system, it is not going to work. It's not going to give the output. Now let us understand in a more deeper way that how the program which is written in C language that executes, what are the steps through which it goes, what is the architecture of it. Let us understand it. So if you see, friends, here this is the first computer and here is the second computer. In the first computer, if you see, I have written a program to develop an application and I have saved that program by the name of the file AA. So the extension of the file will be C. So I have created the program in C language and the file name is AA.c. So I call this program as source code. Obviously the program will be compiled. So in C language, when the program gets compiled, another file gets created and that is known as object file. With this object file, some of the system files and some of the library files get linked, and once with this object file, some of the system files and the library files gets linked, then another file is created that is known as executable file. So if you see that this is the computer, the first computer which is having the Windows operating system, and the object file which is created that is specific to this operating system, to this platform. It's totally depend upon this platform. It's specific to this operating system. So when the executable file is created by including some of the system files, some of the library files, then an executable file which is created that is totally depend upon this operating system. So once this executable files created, it will get executed and will get the output, but that executable file totally depends to this platform, to this operating system. Now suppose I want to take this executable file and I want to run it on the second computer which is having the Linux operating system. So when I take this file, this executable file, and I want to run this executable file on the second computer, and here the operating system, the platform gets changed, it's not going to work because this executable file directly rely on this operating system. It is specific to this Windows operating system. It's depend upon to this operating system Windows, so it's not going to work in the second computer where there is a Linux operating system. That's why C is what known as platform dependent language. Now what the developers of Java did, with what architecture they came, and how they make it possible Java as a platform independent language. So let us understand that. So if you see friends, I have again tried to explain with the two computers. This is the first computer, and in the first computer I have written the program in Java language. So when I save the source code, the program which I have written to develop an application, suppose with the name of the file AA.java, okay. Obviously I will compile this file, so compilation will take place. After compilation I will get one of the file that is known as class file, and the extension of the file will be what AA.class. So this class file will be called bytecodes, and these bytecodes are neutral codes, and we call it intermediate code also. So as in C++, the object code were generated or created, here what the class file is created after compilation, after the compilation of the source code, and those are known as what neutral code, or you can say a neutral file and intermediate code. Now this intermediate code not specific to the operating system of this first computer. It's not rely upon the operating system Windows. These are the neutral code, these are the intermediate code. We call it what intermediate code. Now what the developer did, after that they have came up with one of the program that is known as JVM, Java Virtual Machine. Now this is a program, and this program is known as interpreter. So they came up with the translator interpreter, and the work of this interpreter is to translate or to convert your neutral code, your AA.class file into native code, which will be compatible to the operating system of your computer. So this is the work of this JVM program, this interpreter program. So this thing what the Java developers did, they came up with what JVM. So if in the system there is what Windows operating system, so for Windows operating system there should be what JVM for Windows, that should be installed in the system. So this particular program, this particular bytecode will be given to the JVM. The work of the JVM will to generate native code which will be compatible with the operating system of the computer, and then we'll get the output. Now I want to run the same application, the same program on the second computer which is having a different operating system, different platform. Here it is what Linux. For that, when I take this file AA.class file to the second computer, so it's a neutral bytecode, and in the second computer there should be what JVM for Linux according to the operating system. So here is what JVM for Linux according to the operating system of the second computer. Now what this JVM for Linux will do, it will convert, or you can say translate, this neutral code, or you can say the intermediate code, into native code which will be compatible with the operating system of the second computer, and then we will get the output. So this is the architecture, this is the way in which a program which is created in one computer can easily run in second computer, or you can say an application which is developed in one computer can easily run on second computer. It's not rely on the operating system, it's not depend upon the operating system. So there are the different operating system. Here it was Windows, here was Linux, but still the program run. Now if the same class file, if I take again to another computer which is having the Mac operating system, so I need what JVM for Mac. I need I have to install Java Virtual Machine program that is according to the operating system Mac. And when this JVM will be there, what it will do, it will translate this particular class into native code which will be compatible with the Mac operating system, and the output will be provided. So this is the architecture, friends, and I hope I hope you all have understand it. So please share to your friends, and please subscribe the video. Thanks for watching. Thank you.